Hello, welcome to another episode. My name is Michelle Chung, your host for this podcast episode. We're going to be talking about the 2 reasons why manifesting doesn't work. You're going to love this, so stick around. Hey, my name is Michelle Chung and I'm a live manifestation expert, which means I help women manifest their soulmate live in person, offline. And I help career-driven A-type alpha women find their man so they can have the amazing, committed and effortless relationship they deserve. Why doesn't your manifestation work? So today I'll talk about the top 2 reasons that I've discovered and what you can actually do so your soulmate will come into your life easily. And, finally, you're probably thinking. So firstly, I'm going to sort through some misconceptions about what manifestation is and what it isn't. So I like to, what I've discovered actually from my studies of energy and healing and universal law is that manifesting is actually like a prayer. So it's sending out a powerful request to the universe, God, or your higher power, whoever you believe is, your spiritual guidance. And I suppose that's why, major religions have some form of prayer in their rituals, because it is a form, this is the humanized version of manifestation over the centuries. So religions have used that, the powerful concept of manifestation and made it into a process which they call prayer. So if you grew up Catholic like I did, then you probably had those memories and experiences of you had to kneel by the bed, bow your head, put your hands together and ask God what you wanted in life. Or you'd go to the church, you'd kneel down in front of the altar or at your pew, at your seat, and ask for, your mum might say, ask for what you want and God will give it to you. So manifestation is kind of like this, but I don't believe in the kind of, I feel it's a bit negative in the way that you have to kneel down in order to make this manifestation or this request. So with manifestation these days, it's more about making a request. Often people might meditate or be in that zone to actually be in a clear space in your heart and your soul and your mind to be able to connect with your higher power, which is also like what you do with prayer. You go into a quiet space and then you close your eyes and you make a request. So this is the basic explanation of how to do manifesting. So the missing element is to hold yourself in a high vibration. So the reason why prayer, I feel, doesn't work, because a lot of the time it's done as a last resort, and it's done in grief, it's done in worry, it's done in a painful circumstance. So when someone is in hospital and then you pray for them, someone has an accident and you pray for them. So it's more out of desperation of save this person, help this person, make this person heal. And it's come from this very desperate energy or wanting something with expectation and attachment. So this is one of the reasons why it doesn't work. So what I like to, what actually does work is to hold yourself in that high vibration. So that is what I talk about with raising your feminine energy, raising your vibration, because this is reason number 1 is if you're holding negative thoughts and negative energy more than 50% of your life, of your time, then this tends to tell the universe that you're not really sure about the request that you want to manifest, and doesn't have you in that vibrational energetic alignment with bringing that thing that you want into your life. So often what you want to have in your life is something that you don't have, that you want, that is in a higher status, of higher value, of higher standing, that's currently than what you have in your life. Because if you were already in that vibrational frequency that matched what you wanted, you would already have that in your life. So it's just showing that, because you don't have it in your life right now, there's a gap. There's something that you have to bridge there to actually bring that into your life, because everything actually already exists for you. As I'm going to refer to Richard Dott's book. It's called Dollars Flow to Me Easily. It's actually a book about manifesting money, but I saw such amazing spiritual principles in this book, and he's written about 30 books about manifestation. And so he's quite the expert on this. And he talks about, what blocks you from getting more money into your life. And this is one of the things. He says, holding negative thoughts more than 50% of the time is what blocks your manifestation. So, to explain manifestation a little bit more, a little bit deeper, I like to use the metaphor of a restaurant. So when you go to a restaurant, you choose from the menu, you make your order with the server or the waiter, waitress, then you sit back and you trust and allow yourself to receive your order, right? So the worst thing you can do is to go into the kitchen and demand to speak with the chef, ask him how long it's going to take, or get up and leave before your order is ready, right? So it's the same thing in life. You make your manifestation, you get really clear about what you want, you make your request to the universe, and you just have a good time and just enjoy life as you would in a restaurant with your partner, with your friend who you've gone to the restaurant with. And you just have to kind of allow the universe or the chef to go and create your order for you and to deliver it to you in due time. So most of the time we block ourselves with those negative thoughts of oh my gosh, is it going to happen? I've been waiting so long already. What am I doing wrong? And all these worrying thoughts, these are negative thoughts of a lower vibration. So this actually blocks you, which is also, these are doubtful thoughts, aren't they? This is something that's quite a big one that a lot of people don't realize that they're doing. So they're even doing it unconsciously. They're doing it I have to go on this date again, or I have to get out there. I have to search for somebody. I can't just sit at home. Otherwise nothing's going to happen. Yes, that's true. But worrying about it doesn't help either. So this is really important. And also, so just like prayer, the level of vibrational energy you embody or hold yourself at is really important. So remember, like I said, when in prayer, when people pray, it's usually from that last resort, and it's usually in pain or negativity. So that's coming from a very negative energy frequency, and often that attracts like, right? So when you're praying for somebody, send them good energy, send them good thoughts, send them happy vibrations, send them love and light. And that's the same way with manifestation. Keep all those, happy, bright, joyful energies, embody that in your life. Go ahead in your life as if you already have what you're asking for. That also relates to shifting your identity, which I've spoken of before, that you need to act in the same vibrational level as what you want. So if you're acting like a very free single woman, which you are, but what you really want is to be in a relationship, you've also got to embody that vibrational energy of that woman who's in that happy relationship. And that will show your potential for a happy relationship to the right man. He'll see you as wow, she's relationship material, right? And but that's what puts off a lot of guys when they see you. Yes, having a great time, loving your life. Yes, this is very important. You need to be, focusing on yourself. But I think the mistake women make is that making them seem like they're having too much fun when they're single. And then the guy's well, she doesn't need me. She's having a great life. She doesn't want to get tied down. So it's kind of like that fine balance of holding your energy, being yourself, doing what you love, but also having that vibrational frequency of someone who is already in a relationship and is that relationship material kind of woman. So, cool. Okay, so that's point number one. Reason number one, why your soulmate doesn't come into your life easily. Oh, and I also want to make a note about manifestation, that it's a real big misconception that it's affirmations, that you need to keep repeating over and over these phrases until you believe in them. This is like forceful work. I don't believe in that, and I don't recommend that if it's something that makes you feel uneasy or imposter, or you just don't quite believe that the affirmation. I don't believe in forcing anything. So a lot of people may say, oh, manifestation is like looking into the mirror and just saying these phrases every day for like 40 days or something like that. I don't believe that type of thing works. In fact, it might make you feel more stressed, because then it's like, I'm saying these things every day and, I'm doing it, but it's not working. And that blocks you. That kind of worrying, like, oh my gosh, am I wasting my time? So instead, you could come from a place of gratitude, like, wow, thank you so much for, bringing my soulmate to my life. He's in my life. We're going to meet, or we're meeting right now, or I know we've already met, and he's there for me. And just holding that really positive and trusting energy, knowing that just because he's not in your life right now doesn't mean that he's not on his way to you. It's the same concept as, you're looking for a job, and just because you don't have that job now doesn't mean you won't ever have that right job for you, and that you're not, able to get that. So or maybe, hopefully that's a right kind of analogy, and that works. But just because it's not there in your life right now doesn't mean that you can shift and take actions to make that come into your life. Like that perfect job, you go out and take actions, and that perfect job comes towards you. Okay. The second reason why manifestation doesn't work is, and this is something interesting that I've been finding, that it could also be a karmic life cycle that needs to be lived out. So this is another concept that, you feel like you've done everything you can, you don't have any blocks, you don't have any, you've done the inner work, you've worked through all your past stuff, traumas, relationship stuff, you've looked at every angle, like, relationship with mother and father, inner child work, you've done everything, then perhaps it's just because you have to accept it, that it is part of your karmic cycle. It's something from a past life that needs to just get played out. So one way you can kind of work with this and find some kind of solution is to perhaps meditate, get into a state where you can access your guides, your spiritual guides, and get into a place, connect with them, and just ask. And just maybe you could even ask before you sleep and just say, can you show me in a dream what's meant to happen if he's coming, if he's on his way? When you get quite strong with your intuition, you can very much be awake, and you can be in a state of calm and, clearness, clarity, and just ask. And for me, that turns out it almost comes visually in words. I can see it in words, and it comes to my mind. Otherwise, sometimes I can feel that it comes from my body area, that it comes as a feeling of knowing, somewhere between the neck and hips, so the torso area. That's the way that you can know and get an answer from your guides or God or the universe. So this is a great one to think about as well. So please don't get frustrated. Your soulmate is there, and think about it. I don't believe that there is just one soulmate for everyone. I think we have multiple soulmates. There's a purpose why we meet them. And I think the word soulmate is more about a past love that you've promised to reconnect with in this lifetime. So it could potentially be multiple past loves from multiple past lives that you've promised to reconnect with in this lifetime. So please don't think that, oh, there's only one soulmate for me. What if he's dead, or what if he's married already? Don't let yourself go there. Just know that the right one will come to you at the right time, when you both need to meet and you both need to have the experiences of each other. So know that, the universe is taking care of us. We're loved and we're taken, we're guided in the right way, and nothing happens as a coincidence. Everything is happening and it's meant to be. Okay, so basically, as a summary, the 2 reasons why manifesting is not working is, number 1, holding negative thoughts more than 50% of your time. So watch those thoughts, watch what you're thinking. A really good way that Richard Dott says to stop that worrying and those negative thought patterns is to give yourself 15 minutes a day to worry, and just anytime outside of that 15 minutes, just say to yourself, I'm just going to worry tomorrow, and put into tomorrow's allocation of worrying. And when you think of it like that, it just becomes a little bit ridiculous, doesn't it? So that was a fantastic way that I got over my own worries, where I just wake up in the morning and just start worrying about work, or about, I didn't do this thing, or this thing's like expected of me. So that was a really good tool that he's shown in the book. And then the second reason for your manifestation not working is the karmic cycle, and not getting too caught up in that, or trying to fix it or change it. At this point, it's more about acceptance and allowing and receiving, and not forcing anything. So hopefully you found this episode valuable, useful. Hope you liked it. If you're liking my podcast, please share my episodes with any of your single female friends who are fabulous and amazing, and who would also love to meet their soulmate as well. You can always share on my Instagram at Michelle Chung Coach. Also, I've got a webinar that's happening. I've just launched a new webinar. It's brand new content. It's called the 3 Steps to Meet Your Soulmate. And I'm going to teach you those 3 steps and how to manifest them into your life in 90 days. So I'm going to share case studies of students who've already done this, following these steps. And it's going to be amazing. So please check out the links below to register for the brand new webinar, and also to follow me on socials, and please share it with your amazing single female friends. Okay, thank you so much, and talk to you later.